and welcome from Heidelberg for the SAP TechEd presentation. Everything you always wanted to know about our cloud ERP security. This is my first time at SAP TechEd, and I'm really happy to be here with you today. My name is Florian Eller, and I will present this session and explain what we do to keep SAP S/4HANA Cloud Public Edition secure and protect your data. While I guide you through this presentation, my colleague Patrick Boch will monitor the chat and take care of questions. Please, if you have any question, raise them in the chat and we will try to answer them throughout the session, but also afterwards in the Q&A part. The goal here of this presentation is to give you an overview of our approach to security and the features we provide to ensure S/4HANA Cloud Public Edition is used in a secure way. So let's dive in right away. Our platform technology provides the foundation of application integration, extension to a robust ecosystem of solutions and data and AI. While our cloud ERP is at the center, our comprehensive portfolio of solutions and technology helps our customers to meet their business process needs. SAP's goal is to enable our customers to become an intelligent, sustainable, and secure enterprise. To achieve this, we have divided our presentation into 3 sections. How we develop secure software products, how we operate secure cloud products, and how we foster a culture at SAP with security at its core. The first pillar I want to talk about, how we build secure software, is divided into 3 parts. I will explain our approach to software development, our secure software development and operations lifecycle, tools and products that help our customers to run their solutions securely, and how SAP secures the cloud infrastructure and protects them from threats. What you see here is our secure software development and operations lifecycle. Let me first start at the development part and later go on to the operations part. It is divided into several phases. You see here at the bottom of this slide: plan, develop, test, and then the release phase. In the beginning, developers and dedicated security experts are, of course, trained with specific training sessions on specific topics that are required in that context. What is important for all developments is a risk assessment prior to the development phase. What we do here in that sense is a threat modeling workshop. Threat modeling is a method we have created at SAP. It is based on the STRIDE methodology by Microsoft. During the actual development, we plan our security measures that start, for example, with static application security testing measures, code scans, and go through the complete development phase, while in the testing stage, we enhance that usually by tests, for example, authorization tests. The security validation itself is usually done by a separate team that checks if all measures have been properly taken care of. Some areas to highlight of secure software development here for SAP S/4HANA Cloud Public Edition. Let me start here at the bottom of the slide. What I said before, developers have the possibility to go through dedicated training, for example, regarding threat modeling, how to conduct such a workshop, and how to create useful findings that further can be used in the further development stages. Also regarding data protection and privacy topics, we have, of course, trainings available to help then our development colleagues with their tasks. Security awareness sessions are available for all employees of SAP. For S/4HANA, we have dedicated bug bounty programs as well. One for S/4HANA on-premise and one for S/4HANA Cloud Public Edition, where we then utilize external bug bounty providers and external security researchers to help us assess our software solutions. Security development, design and testing is comprised of various measures, including what I said before, static application security testing, testing the development code itself, dynamic application security testing, testing the runtime, but also penetration tests that are then usually applied more at the end of the development stage. We have also audits and certifications in place, ranging from audits for the whole organization to audits for specific and certifications for specific products. Lastly, we perform regular vulnerability scans and take actions on those findings to also patch our software solutions quite regularly, even on a daily basis. Let me now here jump to the built-in software features of S/4HANA Cloud Public Edition. Let me here start at the left part of the screen, where we make use of services provided by the Business Technology Platform. For example, the Business Technology Platform Identity Authentication Service and the provisioning services for secure access and managing users and permissions. Further, in order to detect attacks, we provide the security audit log, where security-related events are collected. We have also provided an API for third-party SIEM solutions to analyze those log findings to provide insights into those findings. Our communication as well as our data at rest is encrypted, and we have enforced a secure by default approach for our security configuration. That means that SAP takes care of patch deployment. Right now, major releases are shipped twice a year, while we offer hotfixes, or while we provide hotfixes on a monthly basis. Further, certain functionality that was available in, for example, the Business Suite is no longer available in S/4HANA Cloud Public Edition. For example, direct table access is a feature that is no longer available, where we have decided to manage here our security configuration in a different way. Regarding data security and privacy safeguards, of course, the features mentioned before are available as well. In addition to that, further features are available, for example, disclosure control regarding sensitive personal data and change control regarding change logging of personal data. Having said that, those measures are available. We offer the tools for our customers to be compliant. It is the responsibility of the customer to also use them in a proper way. In addition to that, we offer also additional features in regards to job control, for example, and physical access control. Having said that, let's have a look here at our data center security. SAP here, in that regard, follows a global coverage to ensure low latency speeds and benefits from local regulations. All of our data centers have a tier level of 3 or higher. Now let's have a look at how we run our software solution in a secure way. For that, we have implemented automated preventive and detective controls and have established a team for threat intelligence gathering and response orchestration integrated into one single team. Transparency to our customers about our security process and controls is also available. We are sharing and documenting our security approach through attestations and reports. That leads me here now to the second half of our security development and operations lifecycle, the operations part, where we have phases implemented to prevent, detect, and respond. In the prevent phase, we run regular vulnerability scans, hacking simulations, and penetration tests. While in the detect phase, we use security monitoring and detailed analysis to then also act on those findings and have defined an incident management response process. Regarding acting on threats, we have followed an integrated approach with our Cyber Fusion Center. Because of threat actors who become more sophisticated in their methods of evading security controls and exploiting operational gaps, we have created a multidisciplined team to here in regards to incident response and attack surface reduction. Having said that, in order to create trust, we have made our certifications and attestations available at the SAP Trust Center. This is a list of such standards and best practices we follow. Some of those standards require a certification, for example, SOC 1 or 2, while others, best practices, we follow, for example, ISO 27031 regarding application security. Lastly, our third pillar, to act securely, describes how we foster a security-first culture at SAP. I mentioned before that our employees are trained regularly, ranging from security awareness trainings to expert training to deepen their knowledge in specific topics, for example, threat modeling. Regarding our customers, we help them to focus on security by also incorporating their continuous feedback. And lastly, our partners with whom we engage in sharing responsibility for optimizing our cloud environments. Regarding shared responsibility, we have that list here. SAP takes care of much of the physical fabric together with the hyperscalers and the infrastructure orchestration and regarding cloud operations. However, it's the responsibility of the customer in regards to application usage and business processes to operate that in a secure way. We have provided documents in that regard. In our help portal, there are several documents available that can be then shared. Lastly, our partnership ecosystem is also quite vast. As said before, regarding our bug bounty program, we have partnered with a bug bounty provider. In addition to that, we also collaborate with security researchers and other parties. So this was my last presentation, my last slide. I'm looking at the questions.
Live Q&A.
So let's have a look here at the questions. Let me just have a look at the questions and read through them. There's this one question. I was wondering if you have an overview which tools you are using. I do not have an overview with me. It's a mixture of external tools, but also SAP's developed ones, for example, regarding dynamic application security testing, something we do for our data services. We have decided to develop our own product that meets our requirements better than what we have assessed here in using third-party tools. I'm again looking at the questions. There are always new questions coming in, and while I read through them, they jump to a different place. Are there any learning courses provided by SAP about secure software development and operations lifecycle? Honestly, so far, I do not know if we offer any courses in that regard, regarding the whole life cycle. It is based on ISO 27034. My recommendation would be to look up that ISO standard. Let me now have a look at the question again. They're jumping back and forth. Is there a way to implement a kind of geo-blocking to block any communications from risky countries? Quite an interesting question. I think there is, but I admit I do not know any details in that regard. Okay, I'm out of questions here. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure to present here. Thank you and bye-bye.